So that's the worm screw. Checking how deep it is. And I'll take my 3/8 inch auger bit, drilling in just deep enough for the worm screw. Just checking. What I should do is put a piece of tape on there since I drill about the same depth every single time. A little bit more. Turning on that little light. Yep, got the depth good. That's my Supernova 2 chuck. I just got that about 3 days ago. It's quite a nice upgrade. Makes it much easier to tighten and loosen the chuck. Locking the faceplate and screwing it on. I choose to do this. I just turn on the lathe and I let it screw itself on. And there you go. Moving the tool rest up. Getting ready to go. Here I am sharpening my tools. 40/40 grind. That's my best grind I've been able to find that works great for me. Always make sure to use PPE, huge face mask. I'm not wearing any breathing protection because this is green wood. And here I go, start turning at about 1,000 RPM. And I tried just riding the bevel in and it didn't work, so I'm going to move to kind of doing a scrape and kind of digging in every time, as you can see. Just going little by little. I'm trying to essentially take off the side grain here, which gives me some pretty nice shavings. Here I am speeding it up. I think I'm at about 1400 right now. Again, I tried to ride the bevel in and do a nice cut, but it was just giving me sawdust, so I went back to scraping in. All I'm trying to do here is set the tenon and make it so I can go put the tenon into the chuck. It's looking pretty good, so I'm going to measure it with the little compass, and then I'm going to use a 16th inch parting tool to set that, and then I'm going to go scrape off. So all I have is my tenon. Trying to get that as flat as possible. This is some hickory that I got just yesterday. I cut it up last night, put some anchor seal on it. So I'm trying to turn it quickly and see if I can get some nice spalting in there, and hopefully it'll pop out when I finish it up at the end. But you'll see as we get further that there's not really a whole lot of sapwood that is where the spalting was, because the spalting, I believe this has tannic acid or tannin in it, and therefore the fungus didn't actually grow and get into the heartwood, just went through the sapwood. There I checked to make sure it went on another chuck that I had, just to make sure I didn't take it off and it didn't fit. And there it goes, fitting on just nice and well. So, and you can see there's my running. I just cut it yesterday. And here we go. Starting to make it circular. There we go. I tried again doing a cut action, and there you go. You can see those nice shavings. It's kind of hard because it's pretty quick, but just some nice, real thin, long shavings coming off this piece, as you can see there on my arm. Nice green wood. That's what I love about green wood, is it's so easy to cut. Here I am going to try and center, or make it a little bit more circular. You saw there on the edge where there's probably 1/2 inch to 1 inch that needed to be cut off so it could actually become circular and not have those straight edges there. And here we go. Cutting it now. And you'll notice I had to go back again. So be it. Didn't get enough material last time, so hopefully this time. Nope, still didn't. Always tightening it to make sure that it's super tight, since it's green wood and it's bound to bend or come out of shape. There we go. That should be the last of... Oh, there we go. Now it's going to be nice and circular. You can see that nice distribution of the sapwood, about equidistant on each side, and I'm sharpening to another 40-40 grind. Takes just a minute. Working in such a small space, you can tell it's pretty awkward when I'm back there trying to get just the right angle with 40 degrees on there, and it doesn't really work out too well. So I'm actually using the tip in a way that's probably not very appropriate, but it got the job done. This is really nice smelling wood. You can smell the tannin in it just like you could with like red oak, for example. I personally love that, but you may not. We'll see. There we go, getting to the bottom where I had the worm screw. We're coming to a time where I'm now going to start checking quite a bit to make sure that I'm not going through. I've had quite a lot of pieces where I go through and I cut too far, and where I'm trying to make it super thin so it dries overnight because I'm turning green and trying to get it thin enough where I don't have to let it dry for too long. I'm just trying to get it to just the right thickness, about 1/4 inch all the way around except for the tenon. You can see the coloration change as I'm scraping it right now. Dries out, and even I come back and you can see the coloration change just as I cut into just a little bit more moisture. And starting to use the caliper to measure. You see I do that several times here. I've done several things where I don't do that, and I end up really hating myself for it because I end up blowing up pieces of wood or cutting all the way through when I could have simply stopped and took a little bit more time and measured. This bowl took me about 36 minutes to turn, including all of the, going back and forth and sharpening and, drinking water and whatever else. So it was pretty quick. It turned out to be, I think, probably 9 to 10 inches. I'll measure it once I'm finished, but I had to take off a decent amount to get the sides curved, where it was flat earlier. Now I had kind of a flat, or kind of a point on the bottom where I went and started curving abruptly, so I tried to flatten that out. I'll go back here in a couple minutes to actually finish flattening that out. Now I'm just trying to feel if I have any humps on the wood, so I can take out where the humps are to try and make a curve on the front that's similar to what it looks like on the back. Crazy how much you can see right there, the spiral that I didn't hit just perfectly. So, great. Alright, thanks for watching.